December, I don't my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I am here to talk yet again about not YG. Wow, sorry, I just did a K pop video. I'm here to talk about DDG and Holly. Yeah, it has gotten thick. The plot has thickened. There is some plot twist. I honestly don't know what's going on over there with them two. It's a he say, she say, we say, they say, and the court. So let me break it down for you guys. I'm sure you guys heard it's breaking news over the last 48 hours that DDG has exposed some text messages of Holly crashing out. Literally crashing out, saying she'll end herself, saying that she's got a knife, she has a GUN. She's just like, my baby's not going to take this. Then gaslighting him like, you don't even care what's going to be happening to me or this child. Yeah. And then she was just like, I know you got your D all up in Lala. I was like, okay, girl. Right. I remember. It's all because I love you, babe. That's all she gives me. Strong, toxic Aries that kind of side love and passionate that you would be afraid to get from an Aries because it really just might cost you your life. I ain't even capping. And DDG felt that way. He was just like, I don't even feel safe with you. I need you to put that GUN away. It doesn't have any safety. I feel like we might end up killing me one day. It's however, the court, despite those pics, despite those text messages that have been put out, and DDG saying that he feels as though Holly is the true endangerment to their child, that she should not be able to travel across the ocean to another country with their child because she is mentally unstable. And what did the court say? Yeah, no, she could still travel with that child. She seems pretty sane to me, if you ask me. How did the court come to that conclusion so fast? I'm not sure, because according to those text messages, could it be the fact that the court is looking at the fact that those text messages was from the span of 2021 to 2024, and they were just like, well, if this was 2025, we could understand, but I don't know. I questioned the court with that one, that they were so quickly to dismiss that one. I'm not sure if this judge is if this judge is like a female, a male. Like, I'm just trying to figure out how was this concluded so quickly that Holly is apparently not an endangerment and she is sane enough to travel with this child. However, the internet is still Actually, finally, the internet's a little bit more divided, actually. I see some people finally coming to terms and are saying it the way Lady Crone and I saw it from the beginning, that it takes two to tango and they both have to be doing something for each other to be triggering each other off like this for them to get into their little tussles. And especially because she's an Aries and that's like a fire sign and that's like a ram, and that ram's you gonna feel that ram. That's how Holly's coming in. She's coming in like a wrecking ball. But that wrecking ball has to get started for something, you know. It's like they say in physics, everything, if it's in motion, it stays in motion. But if it's in that one direction, it's gonna keep going that one direction until something throws it off its course. And that's kind of like an Aries. And Aries is gonna do what it's gonna do, but as soon as you come across the Aries path or try to detour the Aries is gonna look at you like, what you trying to do, trying to tell me what to do. So because of that, I can completely understand where this Aries, and he's a Libra too. So the Aries and Libra, they are both opposite signs of each other on the zodiac wheel. So they have some commonality, but some really strong differences. They both have the same goal in mind, just two different ways of approaching it. He wants to approach it from a more balanced, justified, logical way. And Aries, she will want to go about it in a passionate, bold, I ain't got time to wait, we gotta deal with this now kind of thing. So, one is waiting for the long game, the one is short term. So, it's a give or take with these signs, especially because they are polar opposites to each other. They say opposites attract, but it really takes some true soul work, some really inner work to deal with your opposite on the wheel, because they're going to reflect back to you things about yourself that if you haven't quite dealt with on yourself, or you could be like admiring these things about people, but sometimes that admiration can cross the line of territory of being envious or jealous because maybe they have those qualities and you see those qualities in somebody else and you just don't realize you have those qualities within yourself too. You just have to be able to tap into that kind of energy. And if you don't know that, you could be looking at somebody else, be looking at all their goodness that you want and be kind of like hating them for it. Be like, man, why can't I have this? Why can't I be this? So because of that, it's a whole lot of it's actually way harder to deal with your opposite more than astrology would like to say. However, I digress on that one. So the fact is, because of all that, they butt heads like that, astrologically, energetically. Everybody is saying that DDG is now trying to take down Halle because she's trying to take him down and expose him. He's going to get even and try to be like some jealous lover and try to defame the Little Mermaid's image and try to make her look like the bad girl and the villain in the situation. So they're saying that DDG is projecting onto Halle. And then finally we learned who this Lala girl was. This Lala character apparently is somebody who DDG has been seen with a lot apparently. But according to her, Halle has reached out to her. Okay, Halle, you're kind of proving DDG on that fact that no female can hang around with DDG without your approval. So Halle jumped in her DMs and was like, let me confront this Lala girl and see what she's doing with my man. So that's what she did. And Lala was just like, hey, there's nothing between us. We're truly platonic. DDG has tried hitting on me before. Was it real? Was it a joke? I don't know. I shut it down. It's nothing like that. But Lala had the, I'm not going to say the audacity, but had the heart to say that she can understand exactly how Halle feels because she herself, Lala, has been in the same situation where her man was friends with another female and she wasn't feeling it and she was insecure about it too. And she would go and do the same exact thing, confront the other chick and be like, all right, who are you and why are you around my man? So she's like, I ain't even mad at you, Halle. I completely get it. And because of that, they cool now. So according to Lala, if Halle and her are cool, then are these text messages that DDG supposedly submitted are fake? Or is somebody lying in this case? Is Lala trying to make herself look more innocent than what she truly is by saying, hey, me and Halle are cool, but she kept saying out at every chance she get, legally, I can't talk about this. Legally, I can't say this, but I'm dragged in some mess that I'm not even a part of, but I legally can't say this or that or this or that. And I'm like, girl, then why are you even talking? But I digress. Like she said, she got pulled into this. So now she feels like she has to defend herself. But she can't defend herself because everything she says can and will be held against her in court and be misconstrued. So she has to be careful and tread lightly. But she's trying to clear her name and Halle's name. I'm not sure about DDG, but DDG didn't mention Lala. It was Holly that mentioned Lala. So I'm not sure if Lala has reached out to Holly since these text messages have been released and was like, hey, girl, was you like crashing out on me? Like, what is going on? Like, how am I involved in this? Or is it because she had to get some legal reps? She can't even talk to Holly about this and they got to talk about in courts. All that going on. What else? Yeah. However, apparently this is the alleged side chick that everybody has been saying DDG has been cheating on. Finally, we have gotten some proof of DDG cheating on Holly. Not saying it was solid evidence, but finally we have some, I'll say a trail, proof of him consistently hanging out with a specific girl and then being very close. And I saw the footage myself. He said, don't call me your brother, I like you. She was just like, what? I'm just calling you my brother because you like that to me, we like family. He's like, nah, don't do that. So I'm not sure if that was a joke, if that was just supposed to be for the stream, or if DD was like really trying to like pour out his heart because him and Holly were on this off break and he was like, man, let me try to holler at Lala. Like, I don't know. That scene was questionable since I've seen it. I was like, well, we know DDG likes to troll, and of course that's going to get the fans talking and upset and keep his name trending. Now, they say all press is good press, but DDG, I'm going to have to say, you're really going to have to take your self-image a little bit more seriously and stop being a troll, because it's like the boy who cried wolf. You're going to be continued being a troll in the eyes of the public, and no matter how serious you try to make yourself be or show yourself to be, everyone's just going to think that it's going to be some facade, some image that you have to keep up. So you've kind of dug a hole for yourself on that one, DDG, but both you and Holly are in this relationship, and he showed some proof, a cut on his thumb, that he was actually the one that had his head smacked up against the steering wheel, and that it was in fact Holly that attacked him in the car. So I don't know. It's a hot mess. It's such a hot mess that I'm saying finally for both of them, because I'm just like, eventually the truth is going to be somewhere made in the middle. He's coming out with evidence. She's coming out with evidence. Finally, they both have some evidence against each other. And both evidence looks damning for both of them. So finally, we can all hate every side and love every side all at once, because they're both are in the right and wrong at the same time. They've done this to each other. They've gotten into it with each other. This is their love that they've chosen to air out online and put us public people's opinion in there. And we know it was DDG first, because DDG was the first one to announce to us that him and Holly had broke up. However, DDG lives his life on stream. What do you guys expect? So it's and then some people could probably say that if DDG lives his life on stream all the time and he's this big bad streamer, then why is he upset with Haley being on his phone all the time and missing out on promo? Like I get it. And it's when you're young, I'm literally going to say it, when you're young and dumb and got a child involved and no ring involved, this is just the consequence that you guys get. I am sorry for Halo and all of this, because this could have been a very beautiful family, but Holly and DDG just truly aren't meant for each other, clearly. And I'm so sorry, because I hope whatever love that they did have got put into that baby, and not whatever their negative energy that they wasn't dealing with on the surface also got into that baby, because that baby's going to be a true offspring of their two energies coming together. And if their energies eventually turn sour, I hope this child can not be affected. But we already know, I'm sure they've had arguments in front of this child. At least that's what they've said. So Halo has already been exposed, has probably some PTSD, honestly. I'm exaggerating, but who knows? We'll know until the age of 8 how it's just a mess. Justice for Halo at this point. Forget picking a side. Justice for the child. That's what I walk away with at this point, because this is just I'm getting a headache just thinking about their relationship, because it's just that messy. It's just that immature. It's just that ridiculous. It's just that stupid. It's just that toxic. It's just that disrespectful. Every name in the book you could think of, it's just that. So if when it's like that, you just got to drop it. That's not my weight to carry. I'll just be an innocent bystander watching the flames burn with this couple. So, I wish I could say prayers going up to this couple, but prayers going up that they find some peace in this. That's what they need. Prayers, peace for both of them. Halle, DDG, and Halo. They all need peace in their lives. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Well, I didn't do a reading. I hope you enjoyed this conversation, this review, just a quick catch up of what's going on. I'm sure more is going to be spilling out over the weekend, and I might have to come back with Lady Crone, but till then, this is what we just found out. And I'm glad I did wait a little bit more, because I would have been so confused on who Lala was, because then I wouldn't have had a full picture. But now that I got a little bit of backstory of who this Lala character is, I could see why Halle and the rumors are of why everybody thinks DDG is cheating. So that's why I said we finally have some sort of proof that he is cheating. So with that being said, it's flimsy. It's not even gonna hold up in court. That's why I gave it quotation marks, because I'm just like, that's y'all guys' proof. But at least I can finally see where you guys are getting your accusations from. So I'll give you guys that much. At least I can finally see where you guys could be thinking he is being a cheater. But according to both of them, they are platonic best friends like that. So if that's what they say they are, then we just have to believe them at face value. But if that's the case, why was Halle crashing out? Is that because she truly is insecure? I mean, we know Holly's insecure. She deleted body pictures of herself because people was talking about how she was looking overweight. And she's like, you guys are just hating on my postpartum body. So yeah, them hormones are kicking her behind. I'm not kidding. So with that being said, good luck to anybody that have children, because it sounds like it F's you up in more than one ways. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy this commentary. Please leave your comments down below. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We really need to lots to the channel. Please and thank you. Give this video a thumbs up. Share this with anybody that likes DDG, Halle, or just love, or just want some celebrity gossip. And with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers.